Hello friends, my name is HADASSAH TREU. I am an award-winning Christian author, blogger and poet. And today I want to ask you the following question. Do you struggle to see God's mercy when life doesn't make sense? I do. There are a lot of situations when life just doesn't make sense and our efforts are leading nowhere. Perhaps you struggle with thoughts and regrets like I did everything possible to get what I want, but it simply didn't happen. I was also in such a hard place. I wanted so much to become a mother, and although it took me years of a lot of prayers, a lot of medical procedures, a lot of doctor's appointments, and crippling anxiety, this led to nothing, and I was still childless. So I found myself in an unwanted place, in an unwanted circumstance, and I couldn't understand why things are not happening and why God is not granting my desire. So perhaps you're also now in such a place and you struggle with feelings of anger, disappointment, resentment, and it's hard for you to see and to trust God's mercy. But amidst this painful situation, God helped me with one verse which was a turning point to me, and this verse was the verse in Romans 9:16, where it says that it does not depend on human desire or effort, but it depends on God's mercy. And this verse actually lighted the light for me because it humbled me and showed me that I really need to submit to God and to acknowledge Him as God and acknowledge Him the right to order my life and to order my circumstances. Because God is not our genie in the bottle fulfilling all our desires, but He is really the ruler of everything, the controller of everything. He is sovereign over everything, and we need to trust His mercy and wisdom. So this verse helped me really a lot in this situation to humble myself and to acknowledge the truth that I cannot control the world and I cannot guarantee the fulfillment of my desires. But when it does not depend on my effort and on my desires, what should I do then? Shall I still continue to bring my desires before God? Shall I still continue to place efforts in the desires and goals that I want to achieve? So I was still with a lot of questions, and of course we need to continue to place our desires before God, because God desires communication with us. He desires a close and intimate relationship with us. And of course, we need to continue to put efforts in our goals and desires. But we need also to acknowledge, finally, that the God Lord has the full right, and He is the only one in a position to decide what to give us, when to give us, in what form. This right is solely for Him, because finally it depends on Him. And we can trust His choice and His wisdom because He has all the wisdom and all the power. And above all, His love for us is limitless and unconditional and eternal. And that's why we can trust Him. And I think to have peace in such struggle and amid such questions, it is very important to wrap our hearts around the truth that God's way is always the best for us, not only here on this earth, but for eternity. And we can always trust His choice and the way He orders our life, our circumstances, and the way He grants our desires or the desires that He is not granting. We simply need to trust Him because we are limitless. We are not limitless creatures. We are with limits, and we don't have really the perspective that He has. so we can trust Him. And what happens actually when we see God's mercy in our hard place, and when we trust God's mercy in our unwanted circumstances, then actually we start a process of amazing transformation, because seeing and trusting God's mercy in our unwanted circumstances changes us and humbles us. It draws closer to God, and it makes us His faithful worshippers. And also we can rest in His sovereignty, we can rest in His good plans for us. And these all things make us thrive in every season, in all circumstances, whatever life brings. And this is the way how we testify to His faithfulness and goodness. So I hope that sharing my struggle with you about seeing God's mercy when life doesn't make sense, and sharing this testimony from my own life encouraged you and inspired you. So are you now in such situation where you need really to see and trust God's mercy? I hope that this video helped you and encouraged you, and I would be very happy if you share in the comments and if you share also the video, so many people can see this and be also encouraged. Thanks a lot for joining. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you're well, and we see us next time. See you later.